Now I told you about positive ligands and the negative ligands and their special name also. Alright, for example, as I said, for water you must write aqua. Alright, while writing the IUPAC name. Alright, for ammonia you must write amine, A-M-M-I-N-E, amine. Now the short form of aqua is AQ, we write it. We know that, aqueous, we call it as AQ. Alright, similarly we have also got negative ligands. Lot of negative ligands are there because what I said you, ligands are the donor atoms, a group of atoms which are the donor atoms. And donor atoms means which has got excess of electrons. They only behave as a donor atoms. They only behave as a donor atoms which have got excess of electrons present in it. So definitely ligands are negatively charged species. We can say that. Lot of ligands are there which are negatively charged. For example, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus, Cn minus, SO42 minus, CH3CO minus, S2 minus. You go on making the list, you will be having an innumerable list. In your book you can see that. Alright, in your book you can find it out. But here, while naming the ligands, while writing the IUPAC name, let me tell you, that is the name which ends in that is nothing but ide or ite. Ide or ite. At the last you are having C like IDE, or you are having ITE, or the name ends in ATE. Listen carefully. The name which ends in IDE, the name which ends in ITE, or the name which ends in ATE, all is replaced by O. Means, for example, chloride becomes chlorido for Cl. For Cl minus, it is chlorido. When the ligand is Cl minus, it is chlorido. Similarly, if it is Br minus, what it becomes? Bromido. See here, bromido. See, the name ends in ide. I have converted it into O. This is a rule. This is a rule actually. You will be studying while writing the IUPAC names. You will see that. Like suppose you are having OH minus is what? Hydroxide. You know that. It becomes hydroxo. What is Cn minus? Cyanide. It becomes cyanido. We can say that. Clear? Now suppose if it is there O2 minus. O charge is 2 minus. It is oxo. NO2 minus nitro. Of course nitro remains the same thing. Alright. Like CO3 2 minus carbonate. It becomes carbonato in this way. N3 minus. N3 charge is minus. Azido. 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 S2 minus. S2 minus. It is sulfido. Sulfido. So all the name which ends in ide, ate, it is replaced by O. We can say that. It is a rule. We can say that. Clear? Like CH3COO minus acetate. It becomes acetato. We can say that. Clear? Cn minus cyanido or cyano. We can say that. Cyanido or cyano. Better to use the word cyano. We can say that. Clear? In this way, the naming is being done. Like suppose we have seen NH3 is amine, isn't it? If it is NH2 minus, then it is known as what? Amido. The name is amido. NH2 minus. The name is amido. So all these are negative ligands. Negative ligands are many are there. You can have a chart in your book. There is many are there. But the name, it is being started in this particular. Sorry, the name ends in this particular manner. The name which ends in ide or ite, it is replaced by O. So you learnt about the ligands, we can say that. So we are having neutral ligands, we are having positive ligands, that is cationic ligands, and we are having negative ligands, which is called as anionic ligands. And let me tell you, ligands are basically anionic in nature. You came to know. So you came to know about ligands, which are the donor atoms, which are the ionic species or the molecular species, which are donor atoms, which donate lone pair of electrons to the central metal atom, and it forms a bond permanently with it. Alright, fine. Next is, we will come to the complex ion. Alright, the complex ion. Which is a complex ion? I said, like suppose I gave you the example of K4FeCN whole 6, isn't it? I gave you the example of K4FeCN whole 6. So this is your complex ion, which contains the central metal atom and the ligands. This is your complex ion. We can say that. Complex ion consisting of the central metal atom and ion as a ligand and the ligand. So electrically charged species formed by, alright, electrically charged species. How it is electrically charged? I said you that if it dissociate into what? 4K plus and FeCN whole 6 4 minus, isn't it? I said you already 4K plus Fe Cn whole 6, what I said, it will be 4 minus. Clear? I think you are able to see it here. Fe Cn whole 6 I have written, and above that you can see at the corner I have written 4 minus. So hence they are electrically charged species formed by the union of central metal atom and the ligands, we can say that central metal atom or ion with one or more ligands is called as a complex ion. And in the complex ion you can see we are having this particular number, that is 6, I said you, that is called as a coordination number, that is said to be as, that is called coordination number, that number is. Alright, so now next is this complex ion can be cationic complex or can be anionic complex. Alright, it can be cationic complex as well as it can be anionic complex. At the same time we can also have neutral complex also. Now cationic complex, now this is nothing but an anionic complex, this particular one. This is an anionic complex. Listen carefully here. You can see here negative charge. It is anionic complex. Similarly, we can have cationic complex like Ag NH3 whole twice plus. Alright, this is called as nothing but cationic complex. We can have many like CO NH3 whole 6, CO NH3 whole 6, 2 plus. We can say that. It is what? You can see very clearly it is cationic complex because the charge is cationic. Alright, the charge is cationic, we can have it. Now cobalt, here it is, I have written 2 plus, it can also be 3 plus also, depending upon its valency, because this is neutral, remember it, this is neutral ligand, this is neutral ligand. The charge which I am writing it here, do you know how I am finding it out? This what should be the charge? Very simple. You have already the oxidation number, how to find it out? You take it as X, this one, X, this is 0, this is neutral ligand, just now I said it, that ammonia is a neutral ligand, its charge is what? 0. So X plus 0 is equal to how much it will be? So here that is what should be the charge. How do I know it is positive? It is because here silver is nothing but positively charged. It is positive charged whose valency is plus 1. Alright, so hence 1 plus 0 is equal to 1. For that reason we get it. And moreover, you will not get a complex ion independently. You will be getting a compound along with it. You will be getting a compound along with it. Along this complex ion. For example, you will be getting this compound AgNH3 whole twice Cl. Alright, this is a compound you will be getting it. Now you know that when you dissociate into what? This plus and Cl minus. Now got it? How it is plus charge is this coming? Because when it will dissociate to give you what? NH3 whole twice plus and Cl minus. Plus Cl minus. Isn't it? Because this is negative charge 1. So hence the charge is also here 1, because ultimately the compound has to be neutral. This plus this will be 0. Total charge will be 0. Are you following it or not? So in this way, what you find is that this is a cationic complex it becomes. So one more thing I will tell you. If the complex ion is before the simple ion, now this is simple ion, it is cationic. If the complex ion is after the simple ion, you can see here the complex ion, listen carefully, if the complex ion is after the simple ion, it is known as what? Anionic. See that? It is anionic complex. The complex ion is after the simple ion, because when you dissociate, it will dissociate to negative charge and the simple ion is positive. But here when it dissociates into positive charge and the simple ion is negative. So hence for that reason, a trick I am saying you, if the complex ion is before the simple ion, it is positive. And always remember that when we write a compound, we write always the positive ion first and negative ion after that. Cation first, anion after that. Always. Alright. So hence for that purpose, this is simple ion, this complex ion is positive. So it is cationic complex. Simple ion is negative. It is anionic. Alright. Here the simple ion is positive, cationic, and the complex ion is anionic, which is complex. We can say that. Understood? In this way, very simple. If you are having any doubt, you just dissociate the compound. You will see it dissociate into two ions, one simple ion and complex ion. So if the simple ion is at the first, it will be positive, cationic. So hence complex ion has to be anionic. If the complex ion is first, it will be cationic. So hence simple ion has to be anionic. And how do we know the charge? We know the charge in this particular manner from the charge of the simple ion. You know it from the charge of the simple ion. Like here, 4 positive charges there. So definitely it has to be 4 minus. Now how do I find the charge of this Fe? Very simple. As I was saying, you take it as X, you will come to know. Here you take it as X. So X minus 6 is equal to minus 4, isn't it? If I want to find the oxidation number of Fe, then what I have to do? I'll take it as x minus 6 is equal to minus 4. How minus 6? Because 1 Cn is minus 1. So 6 Cn is minus 6. X minus 6 is equal to minus 4. So this will go this side and x will become nothing but plus 2. So hence here the Fe is nothing but what? Ferrous or ferric? It is a ferrous ion. Did you get it my point? X, I have taken this because I want to find the oxidation number of this. Cn is minus 1. 6 Cn is the so minus 6. Total charge is minus 4 is equal to minus 1. Now solve with this. X will be equal to 2 plus 2. So that means it is a ferrous ion. We can say that it is not a ferric ion, it is a ferrous ion. So we can calculate anything and everything from here. We can calculate the oxidation number also. In this way we write the charge. So hence we get cation complex and anion complex. Similarly we are also having what I was saying, a neutral complex. Now neutral complex means it does not have any charge, alright, present in it. Like NiCO whole 4. NiCO whole 4. See, no complex, what you can say, simple ion is there. So it is NiCO whole 4. It is what? It is a neutral complex, we can say that, NiCO whole 4. Or PT, we can also have like PT NH3 whole twice Cl2. PT NH3 whole twice Cl2, we can say that. So it is also coming under what? Neutral complex, we can say that. PT NH3 whole twice Cl2. It also comes under neutral complex. Okay, thank you.